and the water is so clean that you can actually swim in it, and this is since 2004. Though I must say I haven't been swimming this year because we've had an awful summer. So it might be next year. And the harbour is no longer industrial nor commercial. It really is cultural and recreational buildings with shutters for in front of the windows in Denmark. But we have it here. And they were built actually with the only ground floor to start with, and then 100 years later they added first floor. Since the Royal Danish Navy moved out of Copenhagen, it's easier now to be put on a waiting list in view of obtaining a flat for rent. But of course they are very small, the flats. And next street coming up to the left, if you look down the street, I'm sure we can drive slowly passing the street to the left, you'll be able to see there's only one house left of how they were built, and this is a museum today. And you also have some future generation here, so if you wave, they'll be happy, yes. So this is really a nice area, and this whole area, inclusive of the King's Garden, which we will pass in a little while, it was added to the city of Copenhagen in early part of 17th century. King Christian was only 11 when he became king, and he was crowned in 1597. So in 1606 he was still young, and he had great difficulty in living in Copenhagen, which on this excursion. You have here to the left and the right our the artificial lakes. We call them the lakes in Copenhagen. There are 4 artificial lakes giving drinking water to the city earlier. And today we use it for navigating during summer season and for skating during winter. But the winters aren't that cold anymore, or hasn't been for the last few years. I think we have to go a couple of winters back when I last had my very warm winter coat on. And a really very, very cold winter was in the year of 2010. And I so very well remember, because I was out with a group of French students, and they had rented a pre-booked canal boat ride, and we could hardly navigate in the harbor area. It was so cold, everything was freezing, and we had layer upon layer of clothes, and nothing helped. But I think it was about -10 to -12 during daytime, so that's very, very rare. But we do get below 0, of course, during winter as well, and when we get snow, it often melts.